We're talking to Mike Clark, head football coach, Lycoming College, and a great Wilkes team. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. Lycoming ends up though winning 40-7, and you got to be happy, especially the wind conditions and the passing game was there, and defense was awesome. And some problems, but
yeah, John. Look, I mean, the penalties are concerning, but all things considered, this is a really, really good win against a team that was, played the best team in our league to 8 points. Lost to in overtime to Susquehanna. I mean, so they're 11 points away from being 4-1. They're good, and but defensively so are we, and so we shut them down, and we were fortunate enough to be able to move the ball into the wind, spread it around a little bit. I'm really pleased that we could run the ball at them today, which was great. So that helped us tremendously. And then when we had to throw it, Zach did a nice job of throwing the ball into the wind. But to come up with the second touchdown into the wind in the second quarter, and then the 2 in the third quarter, I mean that was going to make it really tough for anybody to come back on a day like today, going into the wind.
That was the impressive thing to me. It's tough scoring into the wind, especially it must have been up to sometimes 40 mile an hour. And
yeah, look, I mean we had to take our guy down off the lift. I mean with the end zone copy, I mean from a safety standpoint, we couldn't have that thing up like we wanted to. So the winds were certainly strong all day, but both teams had 2 opportunities to go into it, and it's their best drives actually went into the wind too. So who knows? Maybe that's a myth, but they missed a field goal on the first drive, and then they were able to get the touchdown late there. So both teams played, I think, better than expected into the wind.
Well, I think it's tough to figure out how much to take off the ball when you're throwing with the wind. A lot of passes were overthrown. I want to take you over to Ray Bierbach and that interception. Can you explain what happened there? It must have been around the 40-yard line he intercepted. I thought he went in for a touchdown. I didn't see much happen there.
Well, he absolutely scored, but they implemented a new rule this year, John. It's a celebration rule, and if you celebrate before the end zone, I didn't see what Ray did. It'll be interesting to see it on film, but he thinks he's in the end zone. But if you celebrate prior to scoring, the score is nullified, and it's a spot foul, so it's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So they said that Ray celebrated at the 1. I don't know. I mean, we'll look at it and see. My guess is I think that Ray's probably faster than most of the officials, so I'm not sure if they were right there. And maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. We were lucky to come back and still score off of that, and but that's what happened. I mean, it's absolutely a touchdown, but it's a celebration penalty which nullifies the score, and that cost us, but it just we spoke about it, and he understands, and I just told him to make sure before he celebrates, get 5 yards into the end zone and then find your teammate.
I mean, it was a great pick. And
great play. I mean, it was a tremendous play. He's a good player. Kid's a playmaker. So it's just unfortunate because, again, I don't know if he was in it, then it's a shame, right? But we'll see. And Ray's a good kid, a great kid, and he joked. He said, "Well, I wanted Parker to score." So. I don't know that that's a real reason, but certainly, it worked out.
A nice pass play. I thought Zach played a great game considering the win. Some nice runs for first downs to keep drives going, and that play. Explain that play to Warren Oliver.
Well, Matt's a guy that we use in, everyone calls it Wildcat stuff, right? That's really, he's just a really good athlete who was a quarterback, and we'd run some option last week a couple times in the red zone and thought we might be able to throw a pass off of that this week coming in, so we put that in, and, Matt can throw the ball. we didn't think, I told some other people, we didn't think that we would get the ball to Warren on that. We thought the ball might actually go to Jaron Campman on the inside, but their safety backpedaled, and, I give Matt a lot of credit. He did a great job of recognizing what was going on coverage-wise and found the open guy, and Warren made a nice play.
Okay, so it was really Matt that threw the touchdown, not Zach. I guess I got that mixed up earlier. Yeah.
That was definitely Matt Atkinson. Yep, that threw that.
Thanks for correcting that. Well, we'll see you Wednesday, I guess, getting prepared for Stevenson. That's a 3-hour road trip or so. You're staying overnight, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll be staying down in Baltimore. So, we'll head out a little later on Friday afternoon.
We'll see you Wednesday. Nice game, and enjoy the weekend.
I appreciate it, John. Thanks so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
This has been a recording by WOLnews.com, your Lycoming College football connection.